Okay, I keep having to restart this, but I have about 5 minutes to share the stream. I'm pretty sure there'll be enough time. I really feel a sense of urgency to share. I haven't shared anything in a very long time on my YouTube channel. I just really felt called away from it for a while, but the Lord gave me a dream last night, and I just really had to put it out there and share it. I don't really share these type of things on my Facebook page, so the only place I could think was YouTube, because that's the only thing I really have. So this stream is more for unbelievers, and like kind of to encourage the body of Christ to kind of give out those last minute warnings. Like, this is like urgent, like last minute, like Jesus is coming and the 7-year tribulation is starting. So in the dream, I don't know if war had already started, but I knew that war, I just had like that sense that like war was on the brink. Like, it was literally about to start or had just started. And I just had like this extreme dread feeling. And in the dream, I was thinking about like people's preparations that they had been doing, you know, because we hear all these warnings about food shortages and stocking up on this and that. And I knew in the dream that none of that mattered. Not saying that it's not good to have preparations, but I knew that no amount of preparation would prepare people for what was coming in the 7-year tribulation. No amount of prepping, no amount of stocking up, nothing was going to prepare the people who were going to be left behind for what was coming. There's just no way to prepare for those things. And I started crying. Like, I've never actually cried like that in a dream. Like, I was like bawling my eyes out thinking about all the people who were going to be left behind. And I knew specifically, I kept thinking they're going to be left behind for 7 years. And then I started thinking about my mom. In real life, she's an unbeliever. And I was thinking, like, do I warn her what she's about to go through? Because I knew that she wasn't going to accept Christ. And I knew that, you know, she wasn't probably going to believe a word I said, but she might remember when she's going through these hard times that she's enduring 7 years of this. You know, I was like, do I tell her that? So I was considering all these things in the dream, and I just felt like a really deep sense of urgency in the dream. Like, I knew that literally Jesus is right about to come back, and that the 7-year tribulation was about to start. And like I said, like, it was like war was starting. So based on some dreams that I've had in the past, I believe that a lot of these things are gonna happen at once, like war starting, the tribulation starting at the same time, like, and then you know, God's children leaving at the same time. Like, I think it's all gonna kind of happen at once. And you know, it seems like it's getting bad now. You know, like, we see the things that are happening in the world, and it just seems like things have been just rolling out like quicker than ever. You know, like, I think back on the last like 3-4 years, and over the last 2 years, especially this last year, things have been just like back to back to back, like seeing the things that people prophesied and predicted happening, and it's really crazy. So that's the first dream I was going to share. The second dream was like a few days prior, and I had a dream of kind of like a timeline. Like, God showed me in the dream, I was like, everything in my house was packed up, ready to move. Like, I don't even think, my house was like completely bare. Like, everything was already gone out of my house, and I was ready to move, and these people had not moved into my house, but kind of like invited themselves in. Like, they weren't welcome there, but they were like sleeping in one of the rooms randomly, and like their kids were sleeping on the floor. And I knew that these people represented like children of the devil, like Satan, unbelievers, pretty much. And the person had asked for a key to my house, and I was like, no, I'm not giving you a key. I still have, and I think I said a few days, but in my mind I was thinking 3 days. Like, I had 3 days left, and I wasn't going to give it over yet. So God was kind of showing me like a takeover. Like, I mean, we're seeing it. We're seeing the ungodly, the wicked, just like taking over right now. But we still have just a little bit of time left. And in the next scene, basically one of the people represented the Antichrist, and I knew that he hadn't arrived yet, but he was like gonna be coming. Like, I knew that he was gonna be showing up at that apartment or the house that I was in. And then the very last scene, like, had to do with provisions, like people handing me money, me finding my wallet, and like having a ton of money in it. So I believe that in these very last days, like, God is going to really provide for his children. Like, so be expectant on that. But I only have like a couple seconds left before this stops recording, but hopefully this encourages somebody, and, you know, share with those that you know aren't believers.